Deb Durkey, and we're live with Celebrity U TV. And today I'm talking with Kathy Hines, and we're going to be talking about the purpose of business videos. And I'm hoping that this will be, and that's what we do here. We interview businesses in a television talk show host kind of a format that, and then the businesses that come on here and they're interviewed, they can take this, they can take their video and they can put it on YouTube. They can put it on their website. They can email it to their friends, and they can do all sorts of things with it. I wanted to just tell a little bit about myself and my background so you understand how I got interested in this. But I am a social media expert, and I consult on internet marketing campaigns for many local companies. I've owned 2 successful medical businesses. I started in business as a pharmaceutical sales rep, and I did that. I worked for Pfizer for 15 years. I'm a regular host on Celebrity U, and I'm also an SMU grad, proud SMU grad. So that gives a little bit about my background. And so basically, Kathy, what we've got a video of their interview, and they've been on here, they've talked about their business. Now, what do they do with that? So we have searched YouTube and some other places for information on this, and we haven't found a whole lot. It's a very pioneering field, but we did find a great video from Cisco, and we want to play that for you this morning, so that you can see what they have to say. That's a big nationally known company, and see what they have to say about business videos and their value. So if Jimmy has that, we can cue that up. And
you know, demand for video is growing like crazy. These days, there's so much online content, you can't even decide what to watch. And there are more and more choices every day. Think I'm exaggerating? We'll tease on this for a second. Every minute, an average of 24 hours of video is uploaded to YouTube. Just 3 years from now, 91% of internet traffic worldwide will be video. Most of it's going to be watched on your phone, on the go. Imagine this tiny little itty-bitty straw as the network. Now watch. Demand for video surges. We're not just watching videos passively anymore. We're watching each other, communicating through real-time video. Poof! The network grows up, not just bigger and faster, but smarter, an intelligent network, able to detect and be responsive to different kinds of data to make sure video plays on whatever device you're using, no matter what your bandwidth or signal strength is, actually helping you find the video you want and delivering it. Crystal clear and reliable. Video conferencing across organizations, it's gonna grow tenfold in the next few years, transforming how we work, how doctors treat patients, how teachers educate, exposing kids to all sorts of people in places that would have been impossible just a few years ago. This is your world, and you gotta get ahead in it. You gotta leave all that kiddie technology behind. Go grab a flip, an iPad, and get on this. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Use it or lose it.
yeah, that's absolutely right. It's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think I love the flip, and I advise all of my clients to get one. They cost about $100 at Best Buy, and you can take your flip on a job and interview a satisfied client, and it just downloads immediately to YouTube when you hook it up to your computer, and it gives a high definition YouTube video. I love those. Now this Celebrity U format is a little different because you actually can use this as part of your strategy for your marketing for your business.
And that's what you've been doing with me, and we've definitely increased our viewership.
Oh yeah,
since you've come aboard. And she does a comprehensive integration of using the social media along with the LinkedIn, along with the newsletters and the emails, and so it's, you can't just come on and then never there's a whole marketing thing behind
Absolutely.
it.
In other words, you have to be proactive.
did.
It's just not about doing this. It's about how you use this.
Exactly.
And a lot of people-
Absolutely.
Mediums you can do it in. Mhm.
So you've got this video that you've done on Celebrity You, and you've said all kinds of good things about your company. And how do you use this after that? Well, you want to put it on YouTube, and you might want to put it on your website. And once you get it there, you want to see what your customers are going to say about your video. So you want to get on there, you want to look at it every once in a while, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. You want to look and see if anybody's done any comments on your videos. And when they do comment, you want to talk back to them, and you want to listen to what they say, whether it's positive or negative. And that's the important thing about social media, and videos and YouTube are certainly a big part of social media, is listening to your customers. In fact, McDonald's read a quote from them. They say the head of your social media campaign should be your customer. And it's not, when you get on, when you look at television or you look at a magazine, all the ads in there are telling you what to think about a company. So McDonald's, for example, since I brought them up, they're telling you about their new hamburger or something, advantageous to them. They want you to think about their brand. But when you're talking about social media, you're going to put some information out there that's hopefully helpful to people, and you're going to create buzz. You're going to create people talking about it. You're going to look at what your customers are saying about what you've put out there, and you've got to make it interesting so they'll share it with their neighbors and their friends and their relatives.
That's why sometimes the flip cameras can be cute, because you can catch something cute
absolutely.
and personal. But the thing with coming on the interview is the people, I see a lot of people that do the 1 and 2 minute commercials, and I like those because we need advertisers. And if you've got one of those,
Yeah, they're good.
we want you on. We'll play that in our breaks, and you can get.
We can do traditional
We
advertising.
can do traditional,
yes.
and definitely want that. But what it doesn't do is give you a depth of, Roger talks about it, and he did a whole series on it, the what, why, and who you are, and
Who you are.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so it's making you personal, and they get to learn about you, so.
Yeah. And
That's one of the things by doing an interview style can do, especially, and if you're hosting, having your own show or being on the show frequently like we have here.
now, some of the points of strategies for a YouTube video could be to get your community relations better. You can draw attention to your business. That may be your goal, is to draw more attention to your business and to your website. Your goal might be to towards customer service. Maybe you get maybe your customer service department is overwhelmed with phone calls, and you want to lighten their load a little bit. So you can let that serve as a venue where in the comment section on your videos, you can use that to handle customer service. When you are on TV, you instantly, in people's minds, become a trusted authority. You instantly become a movie star.
Yes.
Which is really cool. So if your goal is to become a trusted authority in your field, say whatever you do, air conditioning, or you're a divorce attorney like Steve Brenneman, and he has a wonderful relationship reality workshop, doing an interview format
It
video.
brands you the expert.
Absolutely.
And it's all about branding and that part of it. I mean, branding can have many sides to it, but a lot of people want to know trust. They got to trust you, so they want to.
Absolutely.
They want to. So there goes that part.
Credibility is a big
Credibility.
part of that as well.
And I've heard about you, and
Yeah,
a lot of times
absolutely.
I think sometimes advertising can be so subtle because it's not like like a Groupon. Here's my Groupon, and they know where they got it and where the avenue came from. A lot of it is an awareness. And so they just go, gosh, they hear your name enough, or it comes across in different ways, and the brand and the reputation gets out there. The next thing you know,
Absolutely.
you become the person to call for they're interested in internet TV, or they're interested in an air conditioning repair, or they need an attorney, or they need a coach, or they need social media.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I think one of the things that I've pointed out to people too, because we have a particular profession we're in, And sometimes some things you can put out there, it doesn't have to even be about your profession. Matter of fact, the more appropriately, when I say appropriately personal you can make it, personal stories, things about yourself, especially if things that happen that you could, it's a humorous situation that was one of those kinds of embarrassing moment type things. Things like that, if you can put out there on air that way, it gives people, you get to see somebody and make yourself real to them. And that is very significant because people then connect with you. And as I talked about on one of the earlier shows, it's about who we are that people buy from and associate with. It's not what you do. It's who you are. So this medium gives you that personal touch as close as anything without being in person. Because you get to see them, a person hear you, see you, and that's major impact. And some people
like you or not like you, you know.
None of it's bad, you know. Even if they don't like it, it's not bad because you're getting attention, right? So.
And you know, it's we're not. You know, I came into this thing not as a professional. I feel like everybody always has more to learn, but it's kind of, you know, when we talked about last time, you'd be nervous, but you do, you know, people, as long as you're authentic. Because I know that sometimes I get tongue-tied and people go, what is she saying? and maybe I'm just having that stage like, but, you know, it's me. And but so don't be so self-critical.
Being real is
really
even
important.
if you're kind of sloppy about
it.
Being real is okay. Because people, I mean, that's where everybody else is. I mean, we're not all Channel 8 news-trained people.
Well, let me put it this way: to have a video like that's going to cost you $10,000 or $20,000, you know, where they take out
it's
every
all been edited,
flaw.
and you can tell
Absolutely.
it. And people don't want that. It's another thing that's very important to get up with this flip. Somebody was telling me that you don't want something that looks like it's been staged and set up where all the background and everything. Natural-looking shots that are not all pure really have an effect on people, too, in a positive way, believe it or not. So it's things like that are basic fundamentals just to consider if you're doing something like this. Don't worry about trying to stage it.
Yes. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you can tell we don't care much about staging around here. No.
And you know, the Cisco video that we saw talked a little bit about how, or they really emphasized how in 3 years most of the activity on the internet is going to be in video, and it will be on cell phones. And so people are naturally just going to that format where they want to see a video of a business. They don't want to be told that you have the greatest hamburger in town.
And I think you need to change it every up. You can't just do that 1 or 2 minute commercial is good. Again, I think.
Right.
But there's got you changing it and maybe doing an editorial calendar and if you're going to do you know, and by having a show or having the video that goes with it, that times it. I know that often he sets up he will do things that he's working on, or he's had so many things he can add, but I think use it or lose it. When I say that is you can get all that online video if you don't get it out there and circulate it beyond your website and YouTube, on your Facebook, which Facebook you can watch it right there. They don't have to go to a link. They can actually pull it up.
You know, you brought up something here, and maybe people caught this enough, but I think